Hello,
No, not
everybody.
yet.
Oh, now we're live?
Yeah.
Now we're live. Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Misa J, and alongside me is... Yeah. And we're talking about Fastlane right here. Usually we do predictions, and we will do predictions within this video. But it's our brand new show. We'll hopefully be able to do it long term.
Yeah,
and
we'll try now.
We'll probably try to do it during the pre-show of most pay-per-views. It's called What Do We Think?
Yeah.
And basically, the premise of the show is taking the pay-per-view before it's happening and what do we think is going to happen? What do we think is going to go down? Obviously, it's not our predictions. We are not doing predictions this week because our champion cannot make it.
And plus, we think it's a pointless pay-per-view anyway.
That too. But also,
We want
to be able to win the championship from the champion himself. So we're like, let's take a week. Let's take a pay-per-view off. Kind of like WWE should have done. Oh, shots fired. All right, so this is
We're starting early, huh?
Yes, we are. This is what we're going to basically do. What do we think? First, we're going to do a little bitty monologue of what we think this pay-per-view is going to be, each in our own perspective.
Okay.
We're going to discuss a little bit of...
Thank you for telling me beforehand how this is going to go down.
No problem. and then we're going to discuss a little bit what we think each match is going to be like. And then our final little bit is going to be our final overall thoughts. You know what I mean?
All right.
So yeah, we're gonna have our quick overview, our discussions within the matches and within the pay-per-view itself, and then our quick final thoughts. So, quick overview. What do you think, Fastlane 2019?
Depending on how the matches go, I hate to say this, I'm never giving a rating this low so quickly. Let's see.
I mean, that's just average. That's very average.
Because I still think the matches can be good.
Mm-hmm.
Titles aren't going to change hands. Will something drastic happen here and there that could bump it up to a B next Sunday when we do the review? Yeah, but it's never going to get an A from me. And that's very rare. I'm pretty easy. You know, if it goes with the storyline and the matches...
Oh, everyone, he's very easy.
I don't mean it.
You gave that to me.
Yeah, I did. No, but I'm very easy on grading WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, they'll at least get an A at the end of the pay-per-view, unless it was really bad. But I just... Why do we have 3 weeks? We just had what? Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think we were having. I didn't even think we were having a pay-per-view. So I looked at Twitter. Oh, I got a sponsor from WWE, or a tweet from WWE saying, "Oh wait, Fastlane Sunday? What? I don't even have time to recover from. I mean, the 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, that's not a lot of time to recover.
I think
but
it's a jumbled mess, to be honest with you.
You get 4 weeks isn't a lot of time to recover, but we've gotten used to the fact that it's going to be 4 weeks at least.
I mean, 4 weeks is enough time for them to come up with stuff, especially with this very fast-paced landscape. But when you're having to... Right now, it's called the Road to WrestleMania, correct?
Yes.
When you have to write for WrestleMania, which is the biggest thing, but also being forced to write for 2 pay-per-views in between that, and also come up with stories, it's just a convoluted mess. And that's what I feel like. I feel it's overly congested.
And try to keep it within the storylines you have for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. And right now, they're not really doing that very well. At all.
How many matches we have confirmed from WrestleMania?
3.
Thank you. And how many weeks we have till WrestleMania? 4, 5? Less than a month.
Way less than 5. It's 3 or 4. Because it's the 10th.
No, it's 7th.
No, right now it's the 10th.
Today's the 10th.
4 weeks. 4 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Oh, we do have 5?
Because you got 3 Sundays in this month. 1 in April. No.
Yeah, April 1st is a
Monday.
Monday.
So you're right. 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
A month from today, you have WrestleMania, and it just feels like we just ended with eliminate. You know.
Yeah, the 7th already upon us.
And the thing that gets me is, yeah, Kevin Owens is a great wrestler, but the only reason he got this match was because rumors are surfacing that Kofi Kingston's going to wrestle at WrestleMania. So they didn't want Kofi Kingston to have his moment here. They want him to have it at WrestleMania. Why not keep that feud going until WrestleMania?
I know, I hear you. It's just...
Any thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, I do believe it's a little bit convoluted. It's what's the right phrasing I can use? It's just these people are chickens with their heads cut off. They're trying to
Who, the wrestlers?
The writers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The writers are trying to do 2 separate storylines at the same time. That they haven't talked about. They've mentioned Seth and Brock, but we haven't really got to see them feud yet, except for 2 weeks after Rumble, and it's just been, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat Brock Lesnar, and then that's it. That's not feud. That's not storyline. That's just okay. We know that. Do something.
And all you're gonna see is Seth come out 1 week, Brock come out 1 week, Seth come out 1 week, Brock come out.
If Brock is even there.
If Brock even comes out, the most you might see is Heyman come out and talk for him. Mm-hmm. You know that. But yeah. But that's not the. Let's get to the matches.
Let's get to the matches, and let's talk about who we think is gonna win.
Okay.
We're gonna go straight to the
kickoff show?
The pre-show.
Yeah.
Alright, the pre-show we have is oh my gosh, I was wrong. I am so sorry. Okay. I thought it was gonna be the Bar, but it is actually the New Day with Big E and Xavier Woods versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. I don't know why these guys are gonna be.
That could be a good match.
I mean, yeah, it could be a good match.
And I think it will be.
And just like Rey Mysterio and Andrade is going to be a good match. But let's talk about the pre-show in general. The 2 matches there. Yeah, the New Day, Shinsuke, and Rusev.
The only thing...
And then Rey Mysterio and Andrade. Obviously, those are probably going to be amazing matches that not everyone's going to be seeing.
But guess what?
Because it's the pre-show.
And 2, you have 1 hour. 1 hour. So how long?
And you're not giving them the time that they deserve.
15 minutes at the most, maybe, for each match, and that's with entrances. Mm-hmm. That is sad.
Yeah, we want Andrade and Rey to have like a full-on barn burner, 20-25 minutes. We want to see.
I mean, not even that
New
long.
Day actually do things. It's just.
You're not giving them a lot of... It reminds me of the Sheamus Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania where he kisses AJ Lee, turns around, and gets bro kicked in the face. Mm-hmm. That was like a 5-minute match with entrances. It's just so aggravating when you have great talent and you're using them wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean...
Yeah, it's...
But they're just trying to find something to fit in a slot. Which is fascinating.
Let's do our 3 tag team matches today.
Okay.
And 9 matches, 7 on the main card.
7 on the main card?
This is basically the length of
a regular pay-per-view.
No, this is basically the length of Royal Rumble, where they had 7 matches, and it went on forever. Oh my gosh! Shorten the pay-per-views.
Wait, they had 7
last pay-per-views and shorten them.
They had 7 altogether.
And 2 pre-shows, yeah.
Oh, so they got 9 altogether?
Yeah, then we have 9 here too.
Damn. Okay.
The first one's gonna be the Revival,
right, with
Aleister Black and Ricochet and Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. Those 3 teams gonna be facing for the Raw, and this is the only tag team. Or this is the only match where a championship could change hands, potentially. I still think Revival's winning. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I still think Revival's winning. I just hope Ricochet...
Who did you have for Rey versus Andrade?
Andrade.
That was the hardest one to predict. I also have Andrade.
Yeah.
New Day versus Nakarusev. I'm giving all the credit there to Brian Zane. He got that one.
Nakarusev.
Yeah, potentially, but I think the only one we differ on would be New Day, because I'd pick New Day because I always pick New Day.
Yeah, but I just could see Nakarusev winning.
Mm-hmm. And then we have but let's talk about Revival right now. They are not really happy with WWE and how they're treating tag team wrestling. But then we have just makeshift tag team, Aleister Black and Ricochet, that doesn't make any sense. They weren't a tag team down at NXT, so why are they here? And then Chad Gable, Bobby Roode, your former tag team champions. Like, what is the point of making it like this?
But it wasn't.
It only came about like last week.
And Chad Gable and Bobby Roode are not even that great of a tag team.
They've gotten better.
Okay, I haven't watched a lot, so yeah, okay. But the thing is, it's like, what? I don't know.
It's just, it's a weird match to have, but also a weird way to respect your tag team wrestling in Raw.
I guess if in 2019 you're trying to do more wrestling, then yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with this. You're trying to add more wrestlers to your card? You're trying to add different types of wrestlers than just the same old, same old? Yeah. Then this would be okay if it keeps happening.
And then we have the Boston Hug Connection versus the Samoan Slaughterhouse. And if the Boston Hug Connection lose already, then that just devalues the tag team championships straight away.
For the women, yeah.
I feel like the Boston Hug Connection has to win. Bayley and Sasha have to win.
They have to at least keep it till WrestleMania,
they have to win,
right?
Yeah, obviously.
They could lose it at WrestleMania. I could understand that.
I mean, I would even say let them win at WrestleMania. I feel like they brought the titles in a little bit prematurely. If Fastlane wasn't happening, you would have a better build to WrestleMania for Samoan Slaughterhouse and Boston Hug Connection. I mean,
you already know at WrestleMania it's going to be at least a triple threat with 3 tag teams, maybe 4.
And then Usos and Miz and Shane.
No, really.
That
could be a really good match. That could be almost be match of the night.
I doubt it because Shane McMahon's going to be there.
Well,
it's going to be the same story we've had with the Bar. It's going to be the same story we had with last pay-per-view. And it's just gonna. It got tired real quick. If they would have focused more on comedy wrestling here than Shane being a straight up legitimate wrestler, it would have been more enjoyable. But at the end of the day, overall, it's just again something that we could have had Usos win a week or 2 later than what they did, and then going all the way to WrestleMania for this rematch makes more sense in the long run instead of having it 3 weeks immediately after where you get whiplash and you're like, oh my gosh, it's already time.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with this.
And it feels like all of these matches, the people you think are going to win. Let's go to the other tag team match, the Shield versus your heels.
Have we ever had 3 tag team matches? Well, we got 3 tag team matches because of the Shield versus what?
The Shield versus the heels. Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Drew McIntyre should not be in this situation. He should be main event level right now, or at least vying for a championship against...
Or at least a one-on-one match for a contendership.
Who is your Intercontinental champ? Oh, Finn Balor. Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor in a proper feud.
I don't even care if Drew McIntyre loses. I don't care if Drew McIntyre loses. That would be a great match.
And then, or Drew McIntyre trying to build his way up to championship. But why is he even in the situation with Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley? Just let that die already. Bobby Lashley, he's good with Leo Rush. Just move him over and let him just be dominating jobbers. Just make that a thing. Where it's like, look how great he is. And then when he actually has real competition and he almost loses but still wins and he cheats to win, that gives layers. That gives storytelling.
Why does WWE... They got a great storyline going. The next pay-per-view, we're going to drastically change the storyline and go 1,000 yards to the other side.
They had a really good storyline with Baron Corbin where he would come in and just ruin matches just because it was fun for him. That's good heel heat right there. That's a lot of fun. He could have done so much with that.
Now, I understand what they did at the last pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. They tried to do like the Shield thing. And I could see why they're doing this match. Because the Shield's reuniting.
But, I mean, it gives it obvious, like, either Reigns is going to... The Shield are going to win because Reigns just got back from leukemia.
Right.
Or Dean is going to turn on them again and everyone's just going to check out. Completely. And everyone's going to be like, yeah, whatever. Dean fucked our heel, so why do we care?
Or are they doing this match for a bigger storyline at WrestleMania, whether the Shield wins at WrestleMania? Where you keep it going. You see what I'm saying? Well, where they lose here, okay? And then the storyline gets better until WrestleMania. And then at WrestleMania, they win at WrestleMania.
Is Seth Rollins going to do double duty? Because he already has a match at WrestleMania.
I've seen it happen before. You've seen it happen before, though.
Yeah, but only once.
But they're thinking about, wait, time out. I'm hearing rumors from... I bowl on Thursday nights and we talk a lot about wrestling. There's rumors going around the fourth person is going to be added to the Shield.
But
Braun Strowman. And then Braun Strowman could be your third person and Seth Rollins just be on the sidelines. You see what I'm... I don't like it, but...
But that totally goes against the character of what we know Braun Strowman to be.
I know.
And
I understand that.
And it's just like I've been saying.
It doesn't make sense.
It's convoluted.
I'm trying to make sense of this, and you can't even do that.
I mean, you're trying to give the benefit of the doubt. You're trying to get the positive spin on there, and I'm coming in here with all the logic bombs, and you're like, "Well, yeah, you're right." And then
because
let's look at
WWE's
the worst build match: Asuka versus Mandy Rose. If Asuka loses the championship to Mandy Rose, what was the point of Asuka even winning? Why even do all of that? You should have just had Becky win the retain the championship in the ladder match.
Well, look at Nakamura when he won the United States title. Look how quick he lost that. Or, no, R-Truth. R-Truth didn't even keep the title that long.
About a month.
Great.
He had one defense, though. Against Rey and Andrade.
Are we really devaluing championships that much?
But I feel like you're devaluing the champion because we haven't seen her from Royal Rumble to this pay-per-view. We've only seen Asuka 3 weeks out of the 7. 3 weeks.
You get used to it with Brock Lesnar.
We didn't even see her do a promo. That's
really?
That's 101. She wasn't even on the screen to do a promo. She could have came out.
Not even backstage. Just backstage.
What? Nothing.
I have a feeling she might lose tonight.
Mandy won. Last week she kicked someone in the face, and then she had one match against somebody later on. What was the point?
I don't know. Next match.
And let's stick with the women here, and it's Charlotte versus Becky, with the stipulation that if Becky wins, she's added to WrestleMania. There's only 2 ways this is going to go down positively for WWE.
Becky Lynch wins.
Becky Lynch wins, or Ronda Rousey beats up Becky, giving her the win via disqualification, so she's automatically in the match. If
it's going to go
Becky
one of those 2 ways,
loses, the entire
storylines
crowd is going to riot. Maybe not in the literal sense, but they are going to take. If this happens early on,
we're going to check out.
If this happens early on, or in the from early on to the middle, and the entire crowd is just going to take over the bloody pay-per-view and ruin it for everyone. And if it happens at the end, then it's just going to be a huge stinker of an ending.
Yeah. It's going to leave a sour taste.
So obviously Becky has to win here. It's the only conclusion that can happen.
That's the thing about WWE and these
I
pay-per-views.
would have picked Becky via disqualification. That's what I think is going to go down.
You see, that's the thing about these pay-per-views being so close is you can almost predict what's going to happen because it just doesn't make sense storyline-wise if something else happens.
Because there's no story here. Because Becky had the story. She won the Royal Rumble.
Then she got hurt.
Then she picked... Her hurt knee was all fake. That's all.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But she won the Royal Rumble, and then she picked Ronda Rousey.
Right.
Just go with that, and then just keep her off of SmackDown entirely. She chose Raw. She's now Raw.
Right.
And
at
if
least
you
for the time
wanted
being.
to, if you really absolutely wanted to have Charlotte in the match, this is all you had to do. 2 weeks later, her complain to Vince. Be like, Vince, she wasn't even supposed to be there. And I was about to get my hand raised because she was hurt. Why? This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Just make her that dastardly heel we already know her to be.
And then have a match with Becky. No, you know what you do? You have this match at this pay-per-view, but you have Charlotte has to win instead of Becky. Because Becky already proved that she...
Better yet, don't have this match. Have Charlotte versus Becky at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we don't want this pay-per-view, obviously.
And then if you really want her to win, then just have Charlotte or have Ronda Rousey come in and beat up Charlotte and then beat up Becky. And then bada bing, bada boom, Vince is like, you're it.
I think both women...
It writes itself.
Right. I think both women are actually going to get beat up in this match. It's just going to be Charlotte's going to get beat up after the match is already declared. Because Becky's going to have to be in this WrestleMania match. She has to be.
Yeah, we have only one match to talk about right now, and it's Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens.
And that could be a really good
This has the potential to be match of the night right here.
I agree with that.
This one, I believe.
I love Kevin Owens. I love Sami Zayn when they were doing their feud, their friendship together. It was... Kevin Owens is a good fighter. Daniel Bryan's just as good.
No, he's amazing.
Them two are top 5.
They're both great on the mic. They're both great in the ring. And they're both very charismatic individuals.
I think this will be more than a 5-star match.
We'll definitely see about that. But here's the thing. Here is the thing.
The title's not
that
changing.
needs to be addressed.
What?
Here's the elephant in the room. You ready?
Yeah.
It's Kofi Kingston. Mustafa Ali unfortunately gets injured. They put Kofi Kingston in the match. And he probably goes off script and goes, no, this is my time. 11 years. I want this. I've been waiting my whole career for this.
Right.
The entire crowd, then it clicks. Holy crud. He's right. And they back Kofi Kingston.
They are back.
And when they are in the Elimination Chamber and Kofi Kingston puts on a clinic.
Yeah.
And just loses. Everyone chanting, thank you, Kofi. Let's go, Kofi. We love you, Kofi. They want Kofi.
He's gonna get his time at WrestleMania.
So having this pay-per-view and having, oh no, here's the swerve. Kevin Owens is now in it. Yeah, we love Kevin Owens. Yeah, we want to see him have a great match with Daniel Bryan. But if you really wanted Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens, have that be a #1 contendership match at Backlash or Money in the Bank.
After WrestleMania.
Or have them in the Money in the Bank match with 4 other guys. I mean, there's so many things you could have done storyline-wise without having this pay-per-view.
You see, the thing that gets me is you have these storylines, like the Becky one, like this one with Kofi Kingston. You've already got it started with the great match. He didn't win. That's fine. You want him to win at WrestleMania, right? We get that. Build up to that. Don't. You know, it's like you're taking away from Kofi's WrestleMania moment by having Kevin Owens interfere in it some kind of way. I don't know. I know we're trying to be more positive for WWE. I try to put a positive spin on all of this. You can't. The
only thing in this entire pay-per-view that is going to be super positive is the match quality of Daniel versus Kevin and Ray versus Andrade. That's it. Those are the only two things. Maybe
the Charlotte Becky one could be.
I mean, yeah, they're going to put on a great match. They have a great chemistry together. They're really good. It's just the ending of that match is what's going to define what that match is going to be. And I know you don't like when people say that, but at this time, you know it's the truth.
No.
They have the stipulation.
No. That doesn't bother me. If the match is good, the ending has to happen for storyline wise.
Okay,
No. I get what you're saying.
Here's the stipulation. Okay, here we go. Here's the stipulation. Right. If Becky wins, she's in.
Right.
If Becky loses, she's out. Let's say Becky loses. Just out of nowhere. No, not even that. Like, let's say Ronda comes in, slaps Becky. Natural selection 1, 2, 3. Becky loses. Not only do you have the entire WWE universe just destroying your product, but now you have a storyline that doesn't make any sense anymore. Right. No sense. And then let's see, 2 weeks ago, oh, Becky, you are now completely suspended for 60 days. Haha, you won't make it to WrestleMania. 2 weeks later, oh, her suspension has been lifted. She's now going to be at WrestleMania. What was the point of that? It is so convoluted. There's so many layers where when you try to peel back a layer, all you get is like 5 different layers. It's like a maze. You go through one door, and here's 3 new doors, and you're like, oh, drat, I don't know which door to go through. You go to one, and it's a dead end, and you go to the other, it's a dead end, and you go to the last one, it's a dead end, and you're like, wait, how is this even possible? How do I get out of this maze? You've built a maze with nothing but dead ends. WWE, how did you even do that? That makes no sense. And that's what we're saying. This is all we're saying here. This pay-per-view didn't even happen.
No, it didn't.
Because you had to physically put in a door when there was no door needed. You had to put a roadblock in there when there was nothing needed. You had a straight line to WrestleMania, and now here's a detour where it's just gonna. Here's a road analogy for you, Fastlaners. Here's WrestleMania. Here's Royal Rumble. Okay, WrestleMania's right there. Here's Royal Rumble, and in the middle of the stop, right here, is just a pit stop to Elimination Chamber. You had to go out of your way to get the Fastlane when it was right there. You had a straight line. Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania. But instead of going to the straight line here, you went all the way out here just to go to Fastlane, then to come back. It makes no sense.
Wait.
You're wasting your gas.
How many years have we done 2 pay-per-views and then WrestleMania? How many years before they added Fastlane? Years.
Yes, exactly.
And it's worked, right?
And then last year they decided, oh, let's do 2 in there, and it just got the seeds of the convolution mess started to grow, and now it's full on sprouting.
Now, if there was some way you could swerve these storylines fast enough, but we know the writers aren't good enough to do that, to make this pay-per-view even worth it, yeah, great, fine, surprise me. Mm-hmm. But you know that's not going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, whoa. All
right, let's quickly go and talk to everybody. Wait, hold on before we... Okay, cool.
Gotta click it again.
Yeah.
We got some little comments. We're going to see what they have.
I'm just going to say some... let's talk about these comments. We have Rob Van Dorst. He says, sup? What's up, Rob Van Dorst? Thank you for watching and commenting. Yes. All right. Spare Time 18, which is also our buddy Liam Landry. He goes, the original plan for Kevin Owens was to have him feud with Bryan to have a WrestleMania match, but since they are most likely going to do Kofi versus Bryan at WrestleMania, they just bumped it up to the Kev match here.
But I would have loved to wait till after WrestleMania.
And hello to Ruben Jesus. Thank you for watching and commenting. Thank you so much.
If you think that Mandy Rose match build-up was bad, you did not see Asuka's memes. Okay.
Oh, haha, yeah, we did. I did.
You saw him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't focus everything on Twitter. because not everybody. It took him a whole year before we got him on Twitter. So, I mean.
But I would love to see the Kevin Owens match after WrestleMania, just so Kofi can have his.
So what do you guys think right now? Just give us some comments. What do you think about Fastlane? Do you think what we're saying is warranted, or do you think we're being a bit too harsh?
3 people, yeah. We'll give you a couple minutes.
But let's finish with this last bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, we only needed one pay-per-view in the middle of Rumble and Mania. Do you agree? Only one pay-per-view in the middle?
I'd say about, probably the first week of March.
Exactly. We could have taken a whole break off of...
Not the first week of March. The end, like the last week of February would have been perfect.
Well, yeah,
because you get the whole month of March to work on WrestleMania.
Well, I would actually say the first... Because the last week of February, first week of March are very, very close anyways.
Yeah, wherever
February is a very short month anyway.
Wherever that Sunday
so
falls,
that first month is literally all that month off of pay-per-views and stuff for February is fine. It's completely fine. We didn't need February to have anything. It's too short of a month for us to really get invested. First weekend of March. Have that match, have that pay-per-view, and then start building, and then you're building it to WrestleMania, but you have this little bitty pit stop. That's fine, but when you take a detour after the pit stop, and you're wasting gas. And just to really hammer home this analogy, with wasting gas, you going out, you're wasting gas. You have to buy more, and you're adding expenses where you didn't even need them.
Right.
When you could have gone so let's say you and I we're on a road trip to Disney World, right? We need to make one pit stop to Six Flags in Georgia because it's along the way. It's right there. We go see that. Then we go, but instead of going straight to Disney World after...
Oh, I'm going to go to Universal first.
No, not even that. We go all the way to Ohio, and then we go down to bloody Disney World. That's here's the Ohio... What?
Wait,
that makes no sense. No sense whatsoever.
I'm gonna go to Atlanta for Six Flags, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna go to Houston, and then I'm gonna go to Florida. Why don't
That's going all the way back.
Right. That's what WWE's doing now.
Mm-hmm.
They're just taking a U-turn when there shouldn't be a U-turn. Mm-hmm. Like you saying,
They forgot their friends. They left someone at home. They left Liam.
No, we
went to go. We forgot Liam. We're like, oh, we gotta go back.
We left Kevin Owens at home, so we gotta have him in a match before WrestleMania.
But yeah, that's basically what we feel it is. Comment below when we're done what you guys think of the show. We will read the comments. We will respond to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a mess. This whole Sunday is a mess, and we are hoping that it proves us wrong. But if it doesn't, then why would you even do it? Look at the predictions videos. All the prediction videos I've seen so far had the same exact predictions. The only one where people were hesitant with was Ray versus Andrade.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
That was the only time.
That's the one we agreed on. That's the honest.
Every other match was the exact same from everybody.
I can probably guess all the champions were kept.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
No championship changed hands from anybody.
No.
So yeah, that's a good place to end it right now. It's definitely been 30 minutes, and yeah, that's exactly what we
think about.
That's what we think about Fastlane right now. And it was a rant. It was a 30-minute rant.
But
I'm glad we changed the podcast format because we had a 30-minute and it had been like 3 hour show.
Want to close that?
Yeah, we're gonna close out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had to get this off our chest. We really did. We will be watching the show. We will be watching. We just won't be going live this week for this pay-per-view because our champion has stuff to do outside. I have family stuff I have to do outside, and we will be watching. We will be live. We'll live tweet it. We'll tweet whenever we can. We'll add each other. It'd be great. That's what we'll do.
We'll do something.
And then we'll just. What else will we do?
We'll see.
We'll
talk about it next week. Next week you'll get our
review.
Yeah.
Well, not reactions, but a review.
Yeah.
We're gonna review it for you. So it's not like we're just completely abandoning the show. We're just taking a break from the live reaction because we are gonna need all the strength we can get
for
WrestleMania.
That's probably a 7-hour show. 10 hours.
We're gonna be from like 12 until the show ends.
We'll talk about it.
We're skipping the podcast because we're gonna be at
no.
It's that Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We might still skip the podcast though. Or do
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Shortened one, yeah.
But yeah, this was our new show. What do you think? Where we take a topic currently happening in wrestling and we let you guys know what we think. Hopefully we'll be able to do more of these because it was great.
Oh yeah.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like our video, please give us those sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
If you really like what we do, then you gotta share it to all your friends so that way they can see what we are about.
And your enemies.
And then give us that subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so that way you are part of the Smarky family, and then ring that notification bell because
we go live every Sunday from about between 1 and 2 p.m. Central Time, and for all WWE and most non-WWE pay-per-views.
And whenever we do new shows or whenever we have polls that we decide to put up, we're going to start doing that soon in the community tab. You want to know when this happens. You want to be notified when it goes down so that way you can be a part of it. Comment below. Let us, like we've been saying, let us know what your thoughts are on Fastlane because we want to now know. You know what we think. Now we want to know what do you think.
Right.
Follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP.
Follow me at DJC_SEL. And please follow Liam at Liam_SWA. And next week is going to be a fun week. We're going to have a video on our other channel, Sports Enthusiast League. We're going to have our podcast, our review on our podcast for wrestling, and a review of Fastlane next week. Our times might be different for next week because of the March Madness.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
So we might be on SEL before Smart and vice versa. So
and then we're going to
keep y'all updated.
We'll do a whole bracket for SEL too. Follow all of our channels.
Yep.
It's the Sports Enthusiast Leagues, or the Sports Enthusiast League, Smart Wrestling Alliance, and Skeleton Productions. Go follow all of those. They're great, and you can find them in our other channels tab because they're all going to be there. Until next time, everybody, it will be awesome. Thanks for watching. It means a lot.